This is stalking. Remember, it's in this position when I'm documenting Ontario Police gang stalking, 5PRL155. And that is not a takeoff from the airport. That is stalking in the path under an idle fake sun for the gang stalking purposes of a population. 7HPF 865, the Ontario Police Department, the Ontario Fire Department, the Ontario International Airport, and I believe that's Abigail gang stalking. Abigail, that's engaged in criminal summoning with the OVITT Family Community Library. You'll look at my images. The fake sun is over me while I'm documenting the demons that are gang stalking at Wells Fargo, and the fake sun's over me at the same building. I'm looking at the same property from what is the vantage point from the library here. I'm at the town square looking at the library from that vantage point. This is non-movement of what is a fake sun, where the airport, the city of Ontario, is stalking. And they're also proven to be stalking because no takeoffs from Terminal 2 and Terminal 4 would include hovering over this property. And the sun is not an idle light source where it's still remaining. Remember, when I am at the Ontario Airport Inn and the entity has the fake sun over me as I arrive at the in the courtyard at 12, and the entity has the fake sun over my head in that same courtyard. The entity is keeping that fake sun over me while I am at 1:01 p.m. Arriving in Ontario, and I'm walking at the Arco where the entity has the fake sun over me yesterday at that Arco at 7 in the morning, where this airport is stalking. And I'm reminding you about, again, correlating evidence, speaking to a light source is engaged in what is remaining over me, and that's including where gang stalking is identified through public transportation. It is a state actor. The fake sun is not moving, remaining in the window of Omnitrans, where I'm proving, again, gang stalking by a population. This entity has the fake sun over me at Chevron at 7 and 1 o'clock as I'm coming from Ontario Airport. And this is where surveillance is underway, okay? So this is the P.O.C. The entity is engaged in what is greeting me with plain activity pursuant to surveillance. This is the evidence of tracking my steps, stalking during the day. And as I exit, the entity is engaging in a sexual offense, molesting with engineered light, just like this is engineered light under a fake sun. These are sex offenders and the co-conspirators of murder. This is the disbanding of the Ontario Police, the shutdown of the Ontario Airport, the prosecution of corrupt businesses like Wells Fargo, the prosecution of corrupt businesses like Sarah's Regis, 9ABR 475, impossible light across that venue. That's a demon. And that's somebody that knows exactly who I am, engaging in state surveillance. This is P.O.C. The Ontario Board and the Ontario Executive Team. We have Alan D. Wapner. He is no president of Airport Authority. This is exposing ongoing surveillance by planes. I want to be clear, UPS in a plane crash. That was the same demonic entity engaging in what is murder, and then it's discussed on the news as an unfortunate occurrence. UPS is gang stalking me serially, systematically, right here. In fact, doing so at the same location where the fake sun is over me at 5 p.m. I just documented that last week at 4 p.m. where this fake sun is still right here. This is P.O.C. The sun is not going to be at the same address, meaning on the opposite side of this same tree at 4 p.m. And it's also not going to be aimed in alignment to me after 4 hours from now, where it's over me also at 10 o'clock, and the entity has this fake sun. At what vantage point are you even reaching into the depths inside of that building? This is absurd with regard to the demons that are gang stalking. It is absurd as well. It is demonic, though. That's what you're understanding. This is systematic surveillance, okay? And exposing mental illness. This is the system that is exposing public corruption. This is P.O.C. It is currently 1:40 p.m. I want to be clear, kidnapping while working at 215 East C Street is going to be federal prison. And you're looking at the employees and the patrons alike pacing, and they're all demons. That's P.O.C. Okay? This is the entity that's going to be prosecuted. And I want to be clear, Paul Leon, 12:51 p.m., 10 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, terrorism by the Ontario Police. He's being unseated, and he's exposed as a domestic terrorist, gang stalking with the people. He is no mayor, and this is exposing public corruption for which no gang stalking mayor is going to remain in office, okay? The criminal activity at this establishment is directly incriminating him. There is no separation. The bathroom, that's where I'm under surveillance, it's directly incriminating him, okay? This is P.O.C. It is currently 1:41 p.m. That will be 2:41 p.m. in daylight savings time, and the sun would not be here when it's over me during daylight savings time at 12:51 p.m. in front of this very office. It would not be here, as I've already documented, 7 a.m. until sunset. This is under all circumstances the P.O.C. All right, it is 1:41 p.m. at the OVITT Family Community Library. This is P.O.C.